As far as the state of the franchise or whatever it was, for the most part, I thought it was a big nothing burger. I really did. I mean, it took 45 plus minutes to even talk about Trey Lance, from what I
55.
remember. How long?
55.
Okay, you were keeping track.
Like, are
So,
you kidding me?
what are
Yeah.
we doing? So, anyways, I thought for the most part it was a big nothing burger. However, nothing new that I took out, but something that backs up a statement that I said a week or two ago on your show when we were talking about some of the takeaways from mini camps and OTAs that we had. And one of the things that I said then was I felt like Brandon Aiyuk was coming into his own as a leader. And I really think that showed through again today. So you can tell he doesn't like to talk about himself. He's almost nervous when he's doing so. But when he talks about other players, he lights up. And Jennings is talking about how he gets open, and he's like, "Oh, you're selling yourself short. Like, this guy's one of the best in the league at getting open." Talked about Ray. I mean, the way that he talked about Ray McLeod was like, "Oh my God, this guy is so good, so phenomenal." And to me, I just think it's really, really cool to see somebody develop from where he was at this time last year, the whole doghouse thing, everything that went into that,
Right.
to becoming a budding leader right in front of our eyes. I think it's absolutely fantastic. To me, that was the biggest thing I took away. And then the other thing out of what he said also was just praising Trey Lance, which we always thought he was a Trey Lance guy. Out of everybody in that locker room, some of the other receivers, we thought Aiyuk was team Trey Lance. I think he showed that today during the state of the franchise.
Yeah, he said we have a special quarterback. Not like
Yep.
he could be great. We have a special quarterback. I think it's also interesting that the Niners, the two players they chose to bring out were like the two closest players to Trey Lance, the guys who spend all their time with him in the offseason, the guys who catch his passes. They like basically came out to vouch for Trey. And although they didn't get to him until like an hour into the thing, and they mentioned like 50 people, including Frank Gore and Bryant Young and Leonard Hankerson before getting to Trey Lance, they got there. And it's almost like they were saving it as like the grand finale. They knew you were waiting for it. And then they hit it hard at the end. And they basically had a lot of praise for him after seeing him up close in minicamp. They never mentioned Jimmy Garoppolo. You'd think if there were misgivings after minicamp, they wouldn't be talking like that about Trey Lance. They might be talking about Jimmy Garoppolo, but no. So I think the major takeaway from this state of the franchise is that they seem to be talking themselves in to Trey Lance, and there doesn't seem to be any need to bring in Jimmy or any inclination to bring back Jimmy Garoppolo for training camp. Why? He's persona non grata. Everyone's talking about Trey Lance being ready and that guy. All right, well then forget Jimmy. That's my main takeaway.
Yeah, and I would agree with that. I think I don't think that they went into those practices saying, "Oh man, we're not sure who we're going to start." I think they went in saying that Trey Lance is the guy, but they left saying, "Okay, we now know for a fact he is the guy. We thought he was.
Right.
Now we know for sure that Trey Lance is the guy. There is no reason for Jimmy Garoppolo." I believe that that's certainly something that they left those practices with.
Yeah, absolutely. That's my main takeaway. I mean, maybe we're reading too much into a total non-event, but I think that's a fair reading.